Hi guys, welcome to Stary Writing, a one-stop writing platform that combines writing, publishing, marketing, and book adapting. Here is the Stary Writing Camp for beginners to master online writing and becoming a skilled writer. In the next 2 months, you can access free writing courses, receive advice from professional editors, and interact with more writers. In this series of courses, we will learn 8 writing topics together, including creating outlines, designing characters, getting unstuck from writing, etc. All right, without further ado, let's bring up our course. Frankly, our editors usually receive some messages from writers like these. Sometimes an idea pops up into my mind, but I don't know how to write it. I have a fragment of a story, but I don't know how to expand it to become a complete story. I want to be a writer, but I don't know how to start. Actually, even the most experienced writers have also experienced these dilemmas. And that's why today we will start with how to create an initial outline. Believe me or not, you can create an outline with only a few original story ideas. I know good ideas are the last thing you lack of, right? Catherine Z, the author of My Obsession with My First Wife, once told her editor, "I was not sure what story I wanted to tell at the beginning. I just wrote out all the scattered ideas in my mind. The ideas were like pieces of a puzzle. When I pieced out a clear picture in my mind with them, I got a story outline. At that time, I clearly felt that my story was calling me." Based on Catherine's words, we can easily find the outline plays an essential role in a successful novel. And turning ideas into an outline is the first step in writing. In this course, we will take Obsession with My First Wife as an example and learn about the 3 steps of creating an outline. Step number 1, write down your ideas. These should include, but not limited to, characters, timeline, and scenes. Write down the ideas that strike your heart and excite you. According to Catherine Z, the following are what she originally wrote down. 1. A billionaire was forced to marry a girl. 2. They met without knowing each other. Well, these elements seem to be very simple or a little bit common, but you can also create a unique outline with the following steps as Catherine has done. Then, let's try to draw the plot using the ideas. A billionaire, Lance, yeah, we give them names, was forced to marry Evelyn, a woman from the family for which he had a hatred. Lance and Evelyn attended the same dance party. Lance was attracted to Evelyn before he discovered her identity. But this does not look like an outline yet. We need to continue refining it. So let's list the following questions to consider. 1. Why does Lance and Evelyn hate each other? And here is Catherine's answer. The 2 powerful families were once alliances, but turned to confrontation over recent years. 2. Why are they being forced to marry? Their elders wanted to repair the relationship between the 2 families, and they believed it can be achieved by a marriage. Number 3. What is an exciting event on the dance party that triggers the intimate atmosphere? Lance was not a social butterfly, but he went out on the terrace to be alone. Then Evelyn also came to the terrace. To avoid his friend, Lance hid behind the curtains with Evelyn in his arms. Oh, this is the interesting part. Lance felt the warmth from Evelyn and her heart leaped. At this point, Catherine tried to answer every question. She developed more information about the outline. Next, we need to modify it. Let's add scenes, more supporting characters, and logic. On this step, we need to add details to make the characters' actions more logical. Determine the characters who will be presented on the scene. Organize the outline by time. This is the step you can unleash your imagination. Okay, let's take a look for the final revised outline Catherine developed when she finished all these steps. Scene 1, Evelyn's home. Evelyn's domineering uncle wanted to repair the relationship with Lance's family by forcing Lance to marry his niece. For the sake of the family, Evelyn had no choice but to accept this proposal. Scene number 2, Lance's home. Lance's grandmother asked Lance to marry Evelyn. Lance didn't want to upset his grandmother, and he also needed Evelyn's family's resources to develop his film business. Although Lance hated the forced marriage, he accepted it. Grandmother was thrilled, and she asked Lance to attend a dance party that Evelyn would attend. Scene number 3, dance party. Lance attended the dance party with his good friend Mikhail. Mikhail teased Lance about the engagement and wanted to find Evelyn. Lance didn't want to meet Evelyn, so he went to the terrace to be alone. Evelyn and her good friend Genevieve also had come to the party. Genevieve was curious about Evelyn's fiancé, but Evelyn was very depressed. Evelyn went to the terrace alone and she saw a handsome man. Mikhail's voice came. To avoid him, Lance pulled Evelyn into his arms and they hid behind the curtains. The two were so close to each other that the atmosphere became intimate. After Mikhail left, Genevieve came to find Evelyn and Evelyn hurried away. Later, Lance found out that the mysterious woman was Evelyn, his fiancée. You see, here is the outline that we can get a picture of the story from. Quite solid, right? Okay, let's recap the process of coming up with an outline. 1. Write down your ideas. Number 2. Draw the plot using the ideas. Number 3. And add scenes, more supporting characters, and logic. And as the saying goes, practice makes perfect. Let's share what you have learned in this course with us. You can create an outline and publish it as a new episode in the Story Writing Camp. Our editors will select some of your works and give a very professional advice. Also, some of the outstanding works will win bonuses. I cannot wait to read your works. And the next week, we will talk about how to start designing characters. See you soon.